Okay, hello there ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Alexander Hilly123 here. It's time to continue Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We're now on the 4th level of Sonic and Knuckles. We've got all 7 Chaos Emeralds, but I haven't actually double jumped yet to check whether I can become Super Sonic. I need to do that when I get above 50 rings. But yes, that's very hard to do, I must say, because I lose my rings a lot on this level. Lava Reef. Act 1. Really cool level in many ways. Some fresh enemies for the Sonic series here, which were never in it in any of the first 3 games. It's probably most closely linked to the cavern level in the second game, Mystic Cave I should say, but a little bit more colourful than that. Awesome background as you can see now. There are quite a lot of traps on this level, as you've got to expect as you get this late in the game now. And without a shadow of a doubt, on both levels, the shield you want more than any other is this one, the fire shield. The thing is, as soon as you get it, you're probably going to lose it because there's a lot of different enemies on this game that just manage to get in your way. Oh, yeah. Yes, try to keep hold of it as long as you can. Suicide bombers there. Oh, see what I mean? And as you can tell, they're very much needed. Awesome, bit of slow down there. You jump to the right. Find yourself an extra life. That tail just jumped on straight away. Oh my lord! Just got out of that. But yeah, wait till you see Act 2, ladies and gentlemen. It looks noticeably different than Act 1. I see a ring! And I know I'm definitely not going to have enough to do this, but nevertheless, I'm going to attempt it anyway. So here we have it. 2 remaining emeralds. Maybe now we can become Super Sonic because we've set them in stone here. There they are, flying about. Boom. Boom. And as you can see, in the Hidden Palace zone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all 7 emeralds are now set in place. I've had one attempt on the special stage of getting a Super Emerald, but I failed it, the only one I failed so far, so I think it was this one, so we're going to attempt a different one to make it this one. But I mean, after this there's only Sky Sanctuary and another level, Death Egg I think, so we're definitely not going to get enough Super Emeralds to get the proper end of the game, so that sucks. I mean, as you can see, there's only 30 odd blue spheres to collect here, but the level just becomes, or the levels I should say, just become very, very hard to understand where to go, and to get them right first time isn't easy. I can see a few blue ones out the corner of my eye there, but I can't get there. And what do you know, ladies and gentlemen, that is the easiest of the bunch. We've got ourselves a motherfucking Super Emerald. Oh yeah, and every time you get a Super Emerald, look at this. This is awesome. Now this isn't like anything you saw in the first 2 Sonic games. Turns into a colour. But of course there are 6 more Super Emeralds to collect. And I would guess we'll get 1 or 2 more, or attempt to get 1 or 2 more. So it does show you that you've got to know what you're doing on this game to get all the normal emeralds and all the Super Emeralds. Yet a lot of Sonic fans still consider this game to get all the emeralds, and that's included the Super Emeralds, easier than the first two games. The old Sonic games aren't exactly the hardest around at that moment in time in the early to mid-90s, but that kind of difficulty is most certainly old school. Just kind of rings over here. If I lose my rings here, I'm definitely going to try and become Super Sonic to see whether I've got the ability to do that, or Hyper Sonic, whichever one comes first. Oh, you got it. Oh, I wrote that. That is awesome. Just as that's on its way out, go for it. Oh, and... Okay, either. How on earth am I meant to avoid that? Always be wary when the game gives you extra lives and things like that, because there's usually a smack in the face right after it. Am I back where I was before? Oh my god. It would appear that I've backtracked quite a hell of a lot, and I nearly got crushed there, just for an extra life. Considering I've got 26, that really isn't necessary. Come on, bloody hell. My legions of fans are becoming impatient. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh. If those little smoke things catch you, they will slowly drain your rings off you. And then they can kill you. Pretty brutal, yeah. Be careful. Oh god damn it. I've got time this time. I'd say out of all the levels... Down! Second life lost during the playthrough. And we're all the way back here, seriously? Out of all the levels in Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, I'd say this is a level where you take more hits and lose more rings than any other. There are so many... Oh god. Things like that that just get in your way. It's very hard to not get hit for a sustained period of time. Hell, and again. Tried to avoid the penguin, but I knew that was whatever the hell it is. Oh! Just get me a checkpoint, will ya? I'm worried that I'm not using any editing software with these videos, so the longer that it takes, the more tricky it gets for me to understand. I'm using OBS to record this, and that's MP4 format, and believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, you can try and get a video editing piece of software for MP4. If you have one, please tell me, because they don't come around very often. And if they do, they have bloatware installed in it and spyware, and it's not good. Now, this boss I find quite tricky because the yellow spots there, they hide behind the fire. And then this part here, the hand comes down one of the evil buttons of doom we have destroyed. If the mum ever gets that form, that'll be very, very nice. And she just can't be arsed. Well, I think she's answered it. There we have it. The evil button of doom has been destroyed. Stay still for a split second before it comes crashing down, so you know when to move out of the way of it. But yeah, Lava Reef Zone Act 1 and 2 complete. Or just one, I should say. Bloody hell, that took a long time. It seemed to, anyway. I like that level, but it does stress me out. But watch this. The fire distinguishes, and we are left with pure blue. It looks lovely, doesn't it? But believe you me, this level is just like that one. In terms of a lot of different enemies, traps, you've got to go slow, you've got to be careful. Even Robotnik icons though. Pleasure rings if you hit them. Yeah, at times on this level you've got to go about as slow as Mario. Slow and steady wins the race. Oh! Careful with them. You'll know when they're about to shoot up because of the sound, basically. Oh! Ah, no, 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 no. I never do well on these kind of platforms. Yeah, someone I'm subscribed to on YouTube called Tim. He's actually called Milkwad. He's from America. He became famous on YouTube by doing a very famous Resident Evil 4 playthrough on his channel called Nintendo Central at the time. But I watched him. He uploaded a video saying my first time playing Sonic. That was a few months ago, and Sonic 2 was playing. Played up until the end of Chemical Plant Zone, and I just said to myself, I cannot believe that that fella's my age and he's never played Sonic before. Absolutely amazing. But he's a big Mario fan as well, you see. So at the same time, I'm not a huge fan of the Mario games. I have played a few, and I did genuinely enjoy them. I played the first ever Game Boy Mario, Super Mario Land. Mario Land, Mario World. For me, I get confused by all these. But it was on my Game Boy, and yeah, I love that game to be honest. But it's the speed of the Sonic games what I love mainly. I call out Nintendo a lot, but I'm only joking when I do it. I know they've been a fantastic company for video games, obviously. Although these days, they're not really fighting alongside Xbox, or Microsoft I should say, and Sony. They're doing their own thing. Fair play. But supposedly they're not allowing people to upload footage of games on the Wii U onto YouTube. That's very counterintuitive if you ask me. I think there might be a big ring to the right, but I mean we're not going to get enough now to get all the emeralds, so we're going to leave it out. Leave it out, you slag. Oh, I don't believe it. I'll keep jumping into things on this level. Can't do it. The Act 2 boss on this level, oh that works out quite well actually, is pretty epic. In fact I think we're coming to it now, and I'm very angry that we have no rings, because this can now become a little tricky. Knuckles, over to you. This is when it starts to become real epic with Knuckles now. He just starts getting in our way all the time, and the story really escalates. And this boss, for me, has got to be one of the most epic in the game system. How on earth could I avoid that? Third death. Alright, look at Robotnik's machine now, that is epic. You can see the lock-on missiles. So just avoid them. It's all about timing this boss. I used to be really good at it when I was younger. Needless to say, I'm not as good as I used to be on it. But just by looking, you know which ones are going to fall and which ones aren't. Oh, game, that is so... That was impossible to get, wasn't it? Done it again. Right, I'd consider this the first time during the whole of the playthrough that I'm losing my composure. This is a little bit tricky, I must admit this. Oh my lord, that is impossible. Boom. You can now jump to the end. I don't know how to explain this boss, I'll just try to do it. Oh my lord, can't believe how cheap that was. As you can see though, the Eggman is going to kill himself. I'm dead. I might kill myself here. When I was a young gun, I used to be able to do these kind of levels without losing a life. You've just got to try your best to jump on the ledges. He's never going to pop up under the middle one. Watch. Precision jumping, I mean, this is more like an old school brutal platformer now at this part of the game, because you know, a lot of the old Mega Drive SNES games had like bottomless pits and stuff like that, and they were really the stuff of nightmares for gamers back then. Oh dear lord. Yes, done it. That just required a lot of concentration, but I'm glad I did that with no rings. Whew. We're coming up to 20 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, but this video isn't over yet. Actually, how am I going to do this? Actually, yeah, I am going to call it quits here, it's a long video, but basically there's a very short level coming up where the plot of the story changes quite a hell of a lot. Then we've got Sky Sanctuary, Death Egg, and then the final boss. We're getting close to the end now, ladies and gentlemen, so you join me for, I think it's Hidden Palace Zone and Sky Sanctuary Act 1 and 2. Thank you for watching, see you soon.